I've got wings and boobies.
She's literally
me.
just staring at the camera. How are we competing against that?
Yeah,
I don't
how are
know.
we competing against that?
I mean, we can't. For the rest of your life.
with the Dark Knight.
Can I do this or what?
Yeah.
One movie is Goodfellas. Okay.
Oh, we have to
Before.
choose one of the four. Hold on a second.
Listen.
It's
one is
Stop
Goodfellas.
interrupting
Don't
her.
interrupt
Want me
Liz,
to
guys.
mute them all, Liz? I
All of
can.
you guys be quiet right now.
Oh my
He's trying to talk,
God.
okay? Do not.
Okay, one is-
Oh, hang on
one
a
is-
second. We got a phone call.
He's trying-
Oh, sorry.
So, how did you get the link to get in the Zoom room? This is Liz. No?
It's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter?
Yes.
Twitter.
You know what? I might have shared the wrong link.
You want me?
Hey, John.
John, are you there?
Wait, what's the little
What's
baby
up?
in the right-hand corner?
We can't hear you.
John, you're tripping me out, bro.
Man, looks like you just ordered some coke.
This sound.
Really?
You sure you don't want to tell them about your pediatric hemorrhoid?
What's John doing? Wait, I gotta watch John on the hey, Joe farting.
Oh, John's in. What?
He's going up now.
John's throwing up.
That was horse yesterday after eating meatballs from 7-Eleven.
That's what a Zoom bomber is.
That's a Zoom bomber, huh?
Oh, okay.
That's our first official Zoom bomb.
We got Zoom bomb, folks. Fucking A.
Protester.
Zoom bomb city.
That was fun.
It's
And
yeah.
it's
It's
got
like
his ugly ass feet down there too. You don't even have
oh, he's
shoes on.
barefoot. I didn't even notice that costume.
boy.
So you get the orange coat, prison garb, the fake wig, and the glasses. And eBay said, nah, we're not gonna allow that. So they pulled them all down.
Why?
They said they didn't want to have Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's more like Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's the dude that ate people?
Yes.
That's the idiot.
Yes.
Oh, that dude's freaky. Yeah, fuck him. I wouldn't do it either.
Then he ate them.
He's missing one piece of the costume. I would have actually had one more piece, a bag of Old Trapper, and then when people ask what that is, I go, no, not what, who. Remember Trapper used to call it the Jim Rome show?
Oh, are we
That's what we
doing?
should talk about. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you at work?
I did that on the water hole. I crapped in my van.
Oh, I just farted. Did you hear that? I jumped into my chair. A little fart came out. And I could see it in slow motion coming out of my mouth.
Oh, a Luke?
No. I almost had an embarrassing situation happen though. The bathrooms weren't working and I needed to go now. Like,
You know?
I had somebody ask me if I was a bot.
Are you a bot?
well,
Have any of us in
Well.
this room actually seen Liz live?
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Here we are, Haunted Horse and friends. Elizabeth! Elizabeth!
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Oh, there is Walter Clayton Jr. walking in.
I have
And there
Florida
is
winning
Kelvin
this game.
Sampson
I would
You need
like
to put-
see
you need to put it
Houston
on.
win. I would like to see Houston win, but I think Florida's going to win.
I want Houston. Well, of course, I want Houston to win. Like home state would be cool. Yeah, what a weekend, right? I know you were very vocal about Duke losing. I saw.
Oh, I hate Duke. That was so freaking awesome because it looked like they were going to
Did you
win.
see all their faces?
Their what?
I mean, their faces, the heartbreak.
Well, yeah, you're up by 11 points or 10 or whatever it was with however yeah, you think you're going to win that game. I'm floating around. I'm
Unbelievable.
floating.
And then Coach K was there. The Rat was there.
The Rat.
Oh, and just to, yeah, amazing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Houston. I think Houston is going to ride that momentum right into this game. I really do.
Good.
Because there's like 5 billion people here from Houston. It's only a 3-hour drive. So they just go right on
Oh,
I-10
hell yeah.
and come right over here. I'm
But
sure
I mean,
there were
even
caravans.
Florida, you can drive from Florida.
Yeah, that's true too.
We'll see.
And we'll see. It's going to be loud. That there's no doubt. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. I think we did a great job hosting the Final Four. San Antonio is the perfect spot.
You were supposed to film videos of fans and then
Yeah, well,
I know.
you know.
I get it. I get it.
It's
It
just-
sounds good until you have
this
to
weekend.
actually do
This
it.
weekend just got like my son was having all these competitions. We were exhausted, and I was just like, no. Why is everybody asking if you're eating meatloaf? Am I missing something about
Well,
meatloaf?
I heard I heard Meatloaf. Someone on Rome called in or asked a question about Meatloaf Monday.
Oh God.
And so I caught the ATP Meatloaf Monday somewhere, whatever. But Meatloaf, here, I got a question for you, Liz.
Okay.
Where does this quote come? Which movie is this from? Meatloaf, Schmeatloaf, double beatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
No idea. Not even a clue.
Christmas
I've
movie.
had-
Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
Meatloaf, Smeatloaf, double beatloaf. I hate meatloaf. It's a kid that says it.
What? It's a kid who says it?
Yeah. it's a
Maybe
Christmas movie.
Jingle All the Way or something?
Nope.
Or the Christmas Story?
Yes. It's the little
Oh.
Randy kid. Because
Okay.
he doesn't eat, he plays with his food until she makes him eat like a pig in a trough and then he eats it.
I love that part.
I love that movie
I
too.
love that part.
I love it.
And the
he-
father's totally
oink, oink, and the dad's
Yeah.
getting all grossed out, like he wants to
But he
vomit.
secretly likes it. He grinned a little bit. That father was the best.
Mommy's little piggy, oink, oink,
I mean,
and he's all
His joy in life was that leg lamp. I mean,
Oh yes,
that was like the peak
Hey, it
of
was a
his
major
middle-aged
award.
life.
it was a major award, Liz.
It was.
A
It was a
award.
major award.
You know, I have one of those. It's about 2 feet tall, and it comes out at Christmas time. I got it as a white elephant gift, and I fucking love it. And the leg lights up. It's about 2.5 feet tall.
That's
So
a great
it-
gift.
and it comes out every Christmas. It gets set out, and the light. I will say this though, the leg gets hot because the little bulb in there, it gets really hot. So I can't leave it on all night, or if you forget to leave it on, I'm worried it's going to catch fire. But I got that. It's hilarious.
Darren, sorry, I don't, because I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
It
I
wasn't-
work all day yelling at patients and being pissed off all day. And so when I come home, I take off my makeup, I put my hair down and put it in a ponytail. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah,
Make-
yeah, that's fine. You don't have to show up. It's not.
Yeah.
Gail has retweeted the show. Thank you, Gail, and she says, "Don't miss Liz live."
Oh my God. Stop. Not that big of a deal.
It's a
So anyway,
big
okay.
deal.
So there was the big controversy in the game about the foul with Duke, but Duke blew the game before that. I'm sorry, people, but they did.
Right. Well, they choked. They had one bad call, but they
Yes!
choked. You should, if you're up by double digits, a bad call shouldn't affect the game because you're still up by double digits. But if you let them come all the way back, and then yes, the reach over was a bad call. But it's like, come on, guys, you let them come back from double digits, and so that's on you.
Well, I mean, and Flag, he's only 18. He's not going to the NBA, right?
Oh yeah, he is. Yes. Yes.
Now?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. He's gone. It's a one and done. See, in
He's
basketball,
18
it's different than
years old.
football. Football, you have to stay to your junior year. You're too young. The NFL doesn't want you because it's so physical. You get hurt. Basketball, he's gone. I mean,
Wow.
Kobe went right from high school into the
Well,
NBA.
yeah, but that was Kobe.
Yeah, but
I mean, this is
you don't
this
look.
is Cooper
if Flag,
Flag.
let's say he comes back next year. He doesn't need to, but let's say he's coming back next year, and then he frickin' breaks his hip or something. That's going to cost him hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So
If
you
it was
go
my
out,
kid,
you
and
get the
because I
money
do
when you
have a
get the money.
kid similar age, I would make him get that college degree. I think, when you look at the whole scope of your life, I think college is a great experience if you have the opportunity, to do it. Why rush through life?
I say
Enjoy college.
do what
Enjoy
a lot
life.
of athletes do is they go and do their pro career and then they go back and get their degrees.
Yeah. I mean,
I would rather do that than lose. I mean, that's life-changing money. If you were to injure yourself so bad to where you couldn't play again, you are now you've cost yourself hundreds. I mean, that's your kids and your kids' kids and kids won't have to worry about money.
right.
I
Well, I'm
think
going to
you
say
take
it
the
now.
lottery ticket. That's like winning the lottery and then putting it in like a safe deposit box for a year, and then I mean, it's like something could happen to the bank. It could burn down or something. So anyway.
And let's look at the history of these Duke players that are similar to Cooper Flag. Danny Ferry, didn't amount to much.
Christian Laettner.
Christian Laettner, didn't amount to much.
Eh.
The only person who really did was Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
You
But he
know?
had injury problems all career.
So
Man,
I,
if he didn't have injury problems, he would have been one of the top 10. He just got hurt all the time.
yeah.
But Grant Hill was
And
awesome.
Florida, that who's that Clayton something?
Clayton, yeah. Yeah, that dude's a stud.
So
So yeah.
it's gonna be good tonight.
Let me catch up on the chat. Hey, Han Horse, what's for dinner? Hopefully meatloaf. Burn Dog was first.
You won!
Who's the loser?
You did it!
Eric, you're the loser.
So
tonight.
you get nothing! You lose!
Eric.
Good day, sir!
Eric. Let's see. That's Two Button Burn. I don't know anyone named Two Button Burn because no one has two buttons.
I
here.
don't.
Jay's bitching at his neighbors again about his neighbors. By the way, Eric, it wasn't French. It was Italian. Fragile, not French. Wrong answer. Not French.
Oh,
it's
you got the manual buzzer.
Italian. Yes.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about salad dressings. Okay,
No,
not French for the top.
Fragile. No, we're back on the Christmas story. The lamp. The major award. Fucking new neighbors from Hoopa shot my truck windshield with a BB gun. I might be in jail for a few days. Holy
Oh my
shit.
god!
Wow. No! This is Jay when he comes out and he sees the little cat's eye in his windshield. No! No! Yeah, he's pissed.
Freaking assholes.
If the cops show up, Haunted Horse, put me on standby. You might get me arrested live. on
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
get the story.
Yeah, if anyone wants a Zoom link, that's fine.
Yeah, with the cops, we'll put the cops on. You know,
So let's
that'd
take
be
a quick.
that'd be new to the watering hole.
Yep. Let's take a quick break here. I want to talk about this. So, some of you may know, if you're paying attention to Twitter, Tiffany Blossom passed away. I got the news a few nights ago, a couple nights ago, and I was shocked. It was shocking. I got it right as I was going to bed. I think it was Saturday night. And so just I'm going to take a minute here. Tiffany was a big fan of my shows. And this goes back to the DJ Haunted Horse show. When I started doing that was COVID, when we're all locked down, and I started streaming videos. And it was Memorial Day weekend. And we had all been cooped up for like 5 weeks, locked down. No bars, no theaters, whatever. And I don't know if it was that weekend or soon after. I was doing that show once a week. And Tiffany started showing up in the chat. And I remember I had one show go 9 hours, and Tiffany was there from start to finish. So big fan of my shows. Also big fan of Stucknut. Ray, when he used to stream, big fan. So to get the news that she had passed away, like shocking because she was literally in here. I was trying to think. I mean, like a week ago or at least 9 days ago. And so we used to DM. She used to send me stories, weird news, and everything else. So I am deeply going to miss her. And seeing her show up in the chat, it really sucks. I don't have any details. The details I have is her, one of her family members, her aunt, reached out to one of the clones that she was close with, and he's the one that kind of told us that the news was spreading on texts. We kept it off of Facebook. And then it did finally show up in Facebook. But Tiffany used to
You
show
mean
up in the
Twitter,
chat all,
but yeah.
yeah, Twitter. Thanks. So anyway, just shocking. And like I said, I don't have any details other than it was a family member that reached out to us.
Yeah.
The clones. So clone,
Sad.
Team Rome fan. Yeah, real sad because I don't know what her age was, but 30s. Maybe?
Rest
I
in
don't know.
peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
So I did see some photos where she was at Kits, I think.
That was
where,
Kits, and that was last year, I believe.
Yeah,
and that's when
and
Stuck
she
Nut
looked
and Bulldog
young.
came out. Yeah,
Ish,
yeah.
you know?
So, yeah. So Jay, yeah, I figured some of you didn't know. It showed up on X, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like people retweeting and whatever. It was kind of a blurb. Last night or Saturday early, or I guess early, really in the AM Sunday morning. So yeah, Tiffany Blossom has passed. So I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss seeing her in the chat.
Of course.
I'm gonna miss hearing about her travel. She used to. I don't know if it was for a job. I didn't pry on that stuff, but Asia and Australia and always chatting from the new place or the airplane. She even, a couple of shows, she was up visiting her grandma up in Canada, and her grandma and her were watching. So she's like, hey, can you shout out my grandma? I said, hey, grandma, whatever her grandma's name, I can't remember. Hey, shout out. And she just thought that was the coolest thing. Sent me a DM. Thank you so much. She thought that was the coolest thing ever that you shouted her out. So, yeah,
that's so sweet.
Just you hear there's I guess if we just look at Clone World, I wasn't shocked with Trapper because I knew he had cancer. But like
Cal in Vegas.
Cal in Vegas is one that was shocking. And then
Randall too.
Was So there are deaths in the clone community that just shocked me a lot. And that she goes down as one because she used to participate in all of our streaming shows. So really, really, and Eric, yeah. I mean, yeah, Gail. It's texting with her on March 13th, Gail says. So I don't know what the day was, but the news broke late Saturday evening. And and that's
the thing is with this clone thing,
right?
Is we all joke around.
Yes.
Everybody picks on each other. Some people take it too far. Some people take it too seriously. And to them, it's a real vendetta. We don't know each other in real life.
Right.
You don't know what anybody, you don't know if they're going through an illness. You don't know if their family's going through problems. You don't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like a lot of us keep our private lives private.
Right.
And you never know what anybody, at any given time is, and I always am like, let's be good to each other.
Right.
Like we can joke around and, like me and Evan in the Bay, we're always picking on each other. But I love Evan in the Bay.
Funny stuff.
That's my boy.
Right.
Right. Yeah. We have to take care of each other, always love each other. And
yeah. So, I'm still kind of, it doesn't seem, because she was literally in the chat. I mean, really recently. In fact, I remember the last interaction I had, which is you always feel stupid if you know these things, but I was mock yelling at her for, she said something in the chat. Oh, like she sent me a link to a story, and I'm like, I read that the other day, and she's like, no, it's a different story. I'm like, it's the same punchline. It's the same thing. It's like, it was funny the first, and I'm being funny.
Of course. I mean, that's so,
yeah. It's, and the headline was, I mean, let's go back and revisit this, because I was looking at our DMs back and forth. Let's see. but she would send me stories. And the last story I read from her was the urine, all the truckers that fill up the jugs with urine and just throw them out the window on the highways. But this was the last headline. She sent it to me twice, but it's two different stories. BISP, boner in sweatpants.
Correct.
BISP to expand support to 10 million beneficiaries. And BISP in this story stands for, it's a government entity in India. But the fact that it was BISP to expand support to 10 million beneficiaries was funny. And that was the story I wouldn't read because I had already read the other one that she had sent earlier. But anyway, my last DM from her was March 13th or 14th. Gail says her last text was the 13th. So I don't know when this happened.
Yeah.
But it's just
you just don't know. You
don't.
It was, like I remember Cal vividly. I think it was the year that Michigan won the national championship. And I remember that he was saying something about how he was there, that he was at the venue or something. And then and then next thing you know, like a week later, 2 weeks later, it was just like, it's just, it's hard.
And we are a big family.
Of course,
a clone family. So it's,
of course, and the one thing I admire about you is you invite everybody. You will listen to contributions from everybody.
Right.
There's no one who's excluded. There's no one who's left out. And I give you props for that. That's because that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Not like them stuck nut guys. They're real. They think they're bougie.
Bags.
They're bougie.
Bags.
Yeah.
I'll say what I like.
Just kidding.
What I like to do is anybody that gives this show any attention, I consider it. I'm thankful because there's a lot of stuff you can be doing, and if you tune in the show, the least I can do is extend. You come on the show. I interact with the chat. I am very grateful for anyone that tunes in because I could be streaming this to 0 people. And the fact that I see the same people tuning in over and over again is just amazing. And then even the people that just show up every once in a while, I respect, I appreciate that as well. So it just, I was shocked when I got the news. I just couldn't believe it. So, anyway, I just wanted to, death is part of life, no escaping it, right? It just never seems like, especially, look, whenever someone, like that Dennis the Menace kid, Jay North just passed away. When you live to 76, I'm like, okay, you had a pretty good life. It sucks that you didn't live longer, but you had a full life. When you die and you're young, that is just like, that sucks because I know I'm older than Tiffany was and I've got 55 years. So I feel like that Tiffany was cheated out of years. So I don't know what the circumstances were. But it doesn't matter. I just am shocked when it's a younger person.
No, I agree. I like, when living in a big city like San Antonio, people drive here like it's like, crazy. There's people dying on the roads all the time.
Right.
And I think to myself, like, my God, like 1 minute you think you're going to work or you're going somewhere and boom, that's it. Like you're done.
If I ignored the chat, I wouldn't see you chatting. Haunted Horse ignores the chat, Peter.
Yeah. You know what you could do
the chat.
If you want to amp up your show let's just ban Wells,
There we go. We should ban Wells. I'd ban Wells if he showed up. You know what? I've never had anyone inside studio. Now, I've been inside Ryan's studio and gone on one of his shows. I've never, and Wells, I always figured would be the first one because he lives right by me.
Yeah, you should bring him in.
Here's the weird thing.
That would be amazing.
Now. Here's the problem with Wells. As I get
the problem.
Well, one of the main problem.
Okay, thanks.
The main problem. So,
I love you, Wells.
So here I am 5'6". I used to say 5'7", but my wife says I'm not 5'7". So I have everything, but this light I've got about this much. Wells is about 5 inches taller than me. He will be hitting his head on the lights, on the beams up there, on the
Oh my God.
screen, on my speakers. But he would be like a fucking bull in a china shop in this place. And they're all I've screwed that stuff all to the I can't move it up and down. So I don't know.
I just want Rome to lift the ban. I'm so tired. I'm getting ready to like mute the words ban, lift, Wells.
Right.
Yeah, it's gone on long enough. It's you can only drag something out.
You
for
know
so
what
long.
though? Wells doesn't help himself. He's trying to get off the ban. He poked Jim the other day, and I'm like, dude,
And
why are you doing that?
Because
Wells can't he can't
just-
help himself. He's
he
his
can't
own
help
worst
himself.
enemy.
That's the perfect thing to say. He can't help himself.
Yes. He should take 5 seconds before he hits
That
send
should be on
every
his
time.
bio. I can't help myself.
Right.
Yeah, that's
He
perfect.
poked Jim the other day when Duke lost. He said, I bet you've been waiting all day for Duke to lose because they were the only coach that didn't come on your show this week. And it's
Oh
like,
God.
and he used the word bitter because you're so bitter they didn't come on.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, what? Why are you doing that? Because I know Wells wants to be unbanned more than anything. It's like,
Well,
why?
Jim is not that soft.
Huh?
But Rome is not that
But
soft
if you're
either.
blocked,
If exactly.
gotta go out of your way not to say stuff like that. I could say that, and it's gonna
Yeah,
be
of course.
fine because I don't do it all the time. And if it's a one-off, he's gonna look the other way. But if you're trying to get unbanned, don't poke the bear. Wells.
Speaking of being grateful, Jim Rome should be grateful for everything. Yeah. Anyway,
Everything. Period.
he should be grateful for what he gets. It's just a stick. It's just a stick.
It is a shtick. That's what I figured
Yeah.
out. Which is why I was shocked that Wells didn't stay. I thought that ban was gonna be a 1 month like shtick thing.
Me
And then
too.
it was gonna go away. And then I'm like, wow, he's dragging it out. And then I thought at the 1 year anniversary he would probably pull it. He didn't. 5'6", I didn't know that stacked shit that high. Yes, I'm 5'6". They do stack shit that high. They do. Right here. This is them stacking the shit that high. There you go. See, it's
Yeah.
stacking till it's 5'6". Peter, I've got a button for you, dude. I've already figured out what your button's gonna be. I just haven't made it yet. Anyway, so if there ever was a band in the jungle, it would be Wells. He's perfect for that character. I mean, that's his brand. Speaking of fat, unbanned Wells today at Wells.
Yeah.
The roads don't need roads. Wife's 2000 Ford Excursion.
Todd Golden.
Hunter Horse
39
enjoys the chat.
39
Yeah,
years
I do.
old.
Hell, Hunter Horse even lets me on. Right, Darren comes on. Jay comes on. Jay's the one that worries me when he comes on. I'm like, Peter, see what happens when you come after me?
That's when you wish you had like a delay.
My yeah, right. I have the ultimate delay. I have to stop the show, but I have a kill switch. If I ever hear a word, if I ever hear there's a couple of words or any story that goes way out of there, I do have a kill switch.
Yeah, you probably already know what's going to be leading up to it. You can stop it before it gets there.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have to stop the stream. I've tried to figure out a way to just cut it, but the technology just isn't there.
You can't mute it.
Not
can't
after
just-
the fact.
just-
No,
Just
because
cut the mics.
the radio has a delay. I have a delay, and
Oh.
I can kill the feed, but I can't mute it after the fact. There is no. And
I see.
It's interesting. My broadcasting software, OBS. There's people asking for it because what they do is they do their Twitch streams, and then they got their headsets on, and then one of their partners says the F word or says something offensive. Not the F word as much, but says something offensive, and they can't dump it, and you can get banned if certain words show up on the show. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the stage is set.
Peter Anderson thinks this is his button. It doesn't have audio. So Peter Anderson thinks that this is the button. It's only It's only. Get out of my way, lady. Jeez.
Oh, he must be okay.
He must be okay. Get out of my way.
I
lady.
was watching TV.
Yes.
I wonder why Shaq. Why isn't Shaq sitting at the table? He's in San Antonio. I know he is. because he's from San
Is he?
Antonio. That's where he went to high school. Yeah, because he was at his high school, but they don't have him at and of course, Charles Barkley running his mouth. Like he always does.
I love Charles.
Me
Barkley.
too.
I love him because I
Me
love
too.
that he doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks. He'll say whatever he
Absolutely.
wants. And he does not care what you think.
Have you ever seen a YouTube where he's on Oprah with Michael Jordan and all he's doing is putting down Michael Jordan? It's hilarious.
Well, what's funny is they used to be best buddies and now they had a falling out.
They
not-
did?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. I think Mike's a little sensitive.
maybe that's probably what. Yeah,
Right.
because Charles Barkley called him cheap and
Right,
all kinds
right.
of stuff.
Well, if it's joking,
that's
but I think
Charles.
they had, he probably said something that wasn't just being silly or regular old guy grab assing stuff, and Michael, I don't know, whatever. I thought Peter was talking about another, but you guys. Boy, we're halfway through the show. I didn't pull stories
know.
because I was running late, so I
I
have
know.
a folder worth. Let's go to you know what? I've never done this before. I'm just going to go to the source and see what we got. Let's see. I was killed in a lightning strike. Here's what happens after you die. So, okay, this is my opinion only. My opinion.
Okay.
So, I am not preaching. I just think that what I think. I think, my personal opinion, my personal belief is people in Iraq with maps don't make enough. Anyway, sorry, Jungle Tourette's. I think when these people die and then they come back, I still think that maybe
Allegedly.
you're not getting
Yeah.
oxygen, maybe your heart's not working, but your
Yeah.
brain is still working.
Yes.
So I think you're probably having some kind of like dream state or something else. When you die, and this is going to be really creepy. I'm going to play this.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is
All right.
advised.
This is talking about in France when they used to behead people, but there's documentation when they used to guillotine the people that their eyes would still be looking around when the head fell on the back.
I think that's the nerves. Some
well,
kind of nerves.
it could be that, but think about this. Your severed head, there is still blood with oxygen in it in the brain. You're not going to go like that. It makes sense that the brain is still active.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're
And
thinking,
your
well,
eye
what the hell
muscles
just
don't
happened?
need the spine to move. So
Yeah.
they were talking about, and people like looking around and making expressions on their face. And yes, it could be like chicken, the head cut off, and the body runs around.
They're thinking, oh
Obviously-
shit, I just had my head cut off.
Right. Right.
That would
but
be the
there's
thought that was going
documentation
through my
of people
mind.
seeing the heads looking around the audience and focusing on different people.
Right.
They're gathered to watch. There's still oxygenated blood. You do not die the second that thing hits. So you're probably conscious, which is terrifying to me, for 30 seconds, 40, a minute, while the oxygen leaves, and then all of a sudden the cells start to die. I actually came up on a motorcycle accident and watched someone pass away in front of me, and that was,
No thanks.
yeah, and not to be really graphic, but yeah. So anyway, the guy that's struck by lightning, I think you can be clinically passed away, but you still have stuff going on. There's brain activity. So anyway, human organs produce mass amounts of DMT during birth and during death. Most of it comes from your lungs. What's DMT? Do you know what DMT is?
No, I'm not smart. I like that.
DMT. Because I'm DMT. I'm dynamite. DMT.
So I
wait, Liz. We got to drop everything for this.
Someone isn't gonna like that.
Your move, creep.
Is someone coming in?
What a bummer.
Cheap viewers on Stream Boo. You know what, Liz? I haven't given you your drop in a while.
Dallas
it's okay.
sucks.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
There we go.
I know Bacon likes to go crazy over the other one.
Oh, I love that. That is my favorite one. I have it somewhere in my...
It's hilarious, but it makes me crazy.
Leave!
I know.
It is
It's
hilarious.
just God
So he sent
almighty.
that to me. I have not moved it over yet. So Hedstrom.
Well, take your time.
Liz-
Man, these people from Florida really want to, they paint their body orange. Like literally. Thank you. Thank you. There's a fan. He painted his whole body orange.
What?
He's gonna
Are you sure
for
that's
the
not the
gate-
president?
for the Gators. No, for the Gators,
The president paints his body orange,
right?
and no one
No,
says
this guy's really orange. Yeah, that must have been
Go home to mommy.
one fun walk over to the Alamo Dome.
The Alamo Dome.
Yeah, San Antonio. We got some good coverage over the weekend. Lots of good vibes. Yeah.
Wait, DMT is the stuff on Sonoran frogs that people lick. You've heard of people licking.
I think
frogs
Sydney.
to get
Does
high.
Sydney ever come in here?
Yeah.
Sydney. So
Wait,
I
who?
think they were
Cindy?
Sydney from Sydney
Oh,
from San Antonio.
no, I haven't seen Sydney.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They post. Is that a dude? I don't know. Sydney can be a girl or a guy. I'm not sure. But they were at the games on Saturday. They posted a picture, but they were up in the rafters.
Rafters.
Yeah, I ain't got no time for that.
Yeah, right.
I'm too old for that. You know, when you're in your 20s, you go to all these professional games. You don't care where you're sitting in the nosebleeds. You're just there to have a good time. Nowadays, it's like I just want to be in the comfort of my home.
Right.
I'll watch it on TV. Yep.
Yeah, I agree. That is so funny, Eric, because as soon as she said Alamo Dome, I thought of Pee-wee's Big Adventure. We think alike. I remember
And we had
I
beautiful
remember.
weather all weekend.
the Alamo.
Just perfect.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Nance said, remember the Alamo Dome because of Houston. And he claims that sweatshirt, because you know Jim Nance, right? He's the
Yes.
commentator for the Masters.
Masters. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
absolutely.
this weekend, the Masters.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I got April Fool joke by Tiger Woods. I don't want to talk about it. I'm embarrassed.
What?
Because that son
Is
of
he
a
really
bitch.
not dating that blonde?
No, he on April Fool's Day, he made a tweet that he was going to play in the Masters.
Oh.
And so then I call my mother because my mom
Oh.
loves him. I'm like, Mom, oh my God, Tiger Woods is going to play in the Masters. And then she's like,
Oh,
Are you
shit.
sure? And I thought, oh God, it is April
You must
1st.
think I'm pretty stupid.
Yep. Tiger Woods got me.
This guy is fucking stupid.
Oh wait, Tiger Woods is this.
Asshole.
He's full of shit.
You know what? I got caught when I was in my mid-20s, and I'm going to work, and they said that the Academy Awards happened like the day before April Fool's or 2 days before or whatever, and they said that hackers had hacked the Academy Awards, and the people that won, the names in the envelopes weren't the actual winners, and they were trying to figure out a way to, tell the winners, but it was breaking. It got leaked out that the
Oh my
wrong
God.
people. And so I go into work and I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone, this guy really didn't win the award. It was supposed to be this guy and they hacked it and whatever. And then I drove, and then I'm going to work and like 3 hours later, I was told it was an April
Yeah.
Fool's. I'm like, oh, I look like a total fucking idiot now.
Yeah.
Now, I look like a total fucking idiot anyway, but I don't need people to help me
Oh.
look like an idiot. So I'm assuming everyone that I told assumed I was playing an April Fool's joke, but people were like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So I got
Yeah.
caught too. And you just told your mom. I told the whole office. Like,
Yeah.
what a moron. This was me.
This guy is fucking stupid.
I was. I bit it hook, line, and sinker.
And then what else haven't we talked about? Val Kilmer. Poor Val Kilmer.
Global warming. Val Kilmer. Kirstie
And
Alley.
you know what was weird is I saw that tweet
Global
by
warming.
Stucknut. Like it was the day before or the day of. It was the anniversary of that call.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Wait,
and then he
He
died.
died on the anniversary, or was it within a few days?
I think no, it was within that time frame. It
Holy
was either
shit.
the day of or the
Oh,
night or the
shit.
day after.
Wow.
I remember that
Crazy.
call. I remember
Oh, I
hearing
do
it
too.
live. I remember Kyle Brandt. I remember them
Yes,
trying to
I
find
remember it
him and
live.
make sure that he was okay.
Well, they were laughing for a while, and then they
They
started
were
like,
going
I hope he's
crazy.
okay. And then they started getting like, maybe
yeah.
we shouldn't be making fun of it.
Yeah, and I remember they were like, call the show and let us know that you're okay. You know, like they were genuinely concerned, but oh, I mean, talk about top 5 jungle moments ever.
Right.
That's one of them.
I love saying Kirstie Alley, Val Kilmer.
It was so organic.
Lord.
Well, it was like Kyle in Green Bay
V
with
and the
the
Feast
Drew the
here.
Jump.
V and the Feast here.
Hey, V.
V
I mean,
and
it's
the
like
Feast.
it's like Drew the Jumpman Gillette, you know?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was
live.
epic.
I remember that
epic.
live.
Me too. Yeah.
I remember so many things live. He just had one the other day. Oh, I remember Janet going to labor and him leaving the show. That because Jake just had his 24th birthday. I remember that live. He's like, I gotta go. Now I can't remember if he said he was having a kid, why he had to go. My memory says that he was like, I've got to go we're having a kid or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if he said that or if I'm just imagining that he said it. But I remember him leaving. That was crazy. 24 years ago. So I was. With the Pee-wee.
Yeah. I remember the Jim and Fall River with the donkey. Like, that's when the show was so off the hook.
I remember that call.
Like
that was fucking hilarious.
Like it was just that's when it really was the jungle.
Yeah,
because you just never knew who was going to call.
And I'm like, what the hell is that noise? What?
Jason Stewart? They were geniuses.
I'm like, what is that? And then Jim tried to go, Jim, real quick, what is that? And then he hung up, and we never got to find out. Yeah. And he never, he stopped calling. We to this day we don't know what that was about.
So great, it's so great.
Yeah, those are great.
And Jason
calls.
Stewart, he would just hang up on people. Lef has the greatest story when he called, and Jason Stewart's like, Lef, that's not a real name, and he just hung up on him.
That's hilarious.
Like you had to really be cutting edge to even get in the hold.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now they'll let every freaking Tom, Dick, and Harry on.
Right. Yeah. Tom, Dick, and Harry because the
and Harry
name is Tom.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
War Eric. Yeah. There are calls. I mean, here's the thing. And I go out and see customers, right? And if if the show's going on, I've got a job to do. So I freaking park and I stop it, whatever. But there were callers, and there weren't very many. There were callers where I would sit, and then Jim would freaking string it out for like 30 minutes. I'm like, get the fucking guy on. I got work to do.
No kidding. I hate that.
Terrence, I would always wait.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to hear it live.
For sure.
Terrence used to kill me. Oh, that dude was fucking hilarious. And then the second guy was Willie and KC. I always freaking waited for that call.
Yep.
Because I wanted to hear that shit. That was funny.
For sure.
And I don't know if Willie and KC, if I was texting the show or tweet, I forget the timelines. But I mean, I was faxing the show and then I went to texting the show. I wasn't Haunted Horse yet. I was Chris in Portland. And then when he went to Twitter, that's when I didn't want to do Twitter for a long time. So he's talking about, you got to get on Twitter. And I waited about 2 years. I'm like, fuck it. I'll make this stupid account for this stupid Twitter. And then I started tweeting at the show, and then I got hooked. So
yeah, same.
But I didn't want to do Twitter. I thought it was stupid. It's like, that's dumb. I wanted to text, but he stopped taking text.
I'm yawning so much over.
That's all right.
I'll be lucky to make it to halftime.
It starts.
What
in
a
9
bummer.
Minutes. Well, they say it starts in 9 minutes. I bet you this thing doesn't tip off till 6.
They're getting ready to do the national anthem.
Are they?
That's what they're doing right now. Yeah.
Is Carl Lewis singing? Interesting. Boy, we're just chit-chatting. I don't even have to pull weird news. Oh, the lightning guy. We did talk about that. I'm not going to read that. Here's what happens when you die. No, here's what happens when you get struck by lightning and you fantasize about what happens when you die. I had the weirdest freaking dream last night. I'm not going to necessarily talk about it here, but it was vivid, and I woke up at 3 in fight or flight response, but there were wolves.
Oh, my God.
And we were trying to walk through this thing, and it was getting dark through this like countryside with woods. and I stopped by the ammo shop because I have a firearm, and I'm out of ammo, and we could see them in the daytime, and they're like, oh, because of the wolves, everyone bought, I need super 38 special ammo. And they're like, we're out of everything. There was a run on the thing, and so my mom's with me, my wife's with me. I said I wasn't gonna say it the whole thing, and now I am. And like we're walking, it's getting darker, and I have no ammo, so I carry about a 4-inch buck knife for work. I use it to cut things open, and it's sharp as shit. And so I'm like, oh shit, at least I got my knife. And I'm like, what the fuck is this going to do? Anyway, it started getting darker, and we could see the eyes in the darkness, like the glowing eyes. I'm like, oh man, we are so screwed. And then I woke up, and I couldn't go back to sleep because I was in the adrenaline.
That's so weird.
It was
I had a
crazy.
dream about a rabid coyote last night.
What?
Yes.
I want to hear it.
I dreamt I was in some kind of game show where there was an arena, and I knew that the coyote it was dark, but it could sense movement and everything. So I was like let loose, and I had to get to a certain point, and then I didn't make it to that point. And so they released the coyote, and then the coyote was like a big, huge, and I could feel it breathing like right next to me. But I knew as long as I stayed still, it was not going to realize that I was right there. And then I woke up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't like coyotes. I don't like coyotes.
Oh shit. I don't like
it was
rabies.
really weird.
I'd be more scared of getting rabies than getting mauled by a coyote. That we get them all over here.
So happy thoughts tonight. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
I went
that
jogging
doesn't change
about
anything.
2 months ago, and there were some coyotes in the field, and I didn't feel threatened by those.
Oh, those.
But
Yeah.
but if it had rabies, I'd be
Yeah.
shitting bricks because they get aggressive. Anything with rabies will get aggressive. So crazy.
Yes.
Oh, great. Who's going to oversing the anthem tonight? Says Gail.
It looked like it was a service member, like some dude from the Air Force. It looked
that's good.
pretty. It looked pretty even keel. There's a lot of military in San Antonio, so it's not surprising. But now what is this? What am I listening? I think. Oh, I need to turn the volume off on my phone.
Oh, I can't hear whatever you're talking about.
I have your show on, but it's
Oh,
very quiet because I
got
want to
it.
read the comments.
Got it. Oh, I get it.
But yeah,
I didn't hear it. It didn't pick up on your mic or whatever you're using. Are you? Doing
and
the
then
show
I
on
think
your
the other
phone?
thing I really enjoyed was you saw the clip of LeBron where he fell down.
No. No, wait. I'm going to pull that up. What is it? When was it?
It was a few nights ago, and nobody him, the big flopper. All you gotta do is put LeBron in flop.
I did. I found it.
Yeah, and I mean, it would have been great if how do you say his name? Jokic.
Jokic. Jokic.
He should have stepped right over him. He should have walked right over him. That would have been perfect. But they all, none of them cared. They just left him there. They all just went to the other side of the court. And he's laying there like George Costanza, with the Vandalay Industries.
Oh, I love it. Oh, this is it. Okay, I found it. Cool. I want to see this. LeBron is such a bag.
Oh, he's such a.
He is.
Oh!
I can't stand a big guy like that flopping all over the place like he got shot. Someone barely touches him.
Watch the
All right,
clip.
Here we go. I think this is it.
16 points over Curry. 3 won't go. Doncic an offensive rebound. To Reeves, he's open. Ball is down.
Oh no!
Is that it?
As the shot goes, James is down 5 on 4. And they go inside, knocked away. James still down.
Here's around them, but
There he
James here.
What the hell? It's like he got shot.
Here,
Yeah.
holding their
Looks like a
collective
crime
breath
scene.
here. You never
Show
want
the
to see
replay.
this. Remember, he missed some time. Groin
Oh,
injury.
Yep, with the
please.
left groin strain.
What do they say? You never want
He
to
missed
see
a couple
this.
weeks.
Show the replay.
With the athletic training staff out there.
I want to see slow-mo. Here it comes.
And looking at his abdomen, it looks like, as we
He fucking
watch the
initiated the
replay
contact.
and the collision.
He ran
Ran
into the
right
guy.
into the back of Kaminga.
Nobody touched him.
He ran into the guy.
Hit him like with his. Watch the replay and the collision.
Just ran
Even
right
Kevin
into the
Harlan
back
is
of Kaminga.
mystified.
barely.
What collision?
The other guy that got ran into by LeBron barely even moved.
There was
Wait,
nothing.
wait. Hold on.
Even Kevin Harlan's mystified. I love
Yeah, he's
Kevin
like,
Harlan.
what-
That's
yeah,
my boy.
yeah, me too. Hold on. I got to find something real quick, and then I'm going to play this. See how, hold on. Sound effects.
It's just.
All right. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can sync these up. Man, this is going to be
Ooh.
hard because. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so here it comes again.
To the back of Kaminga. Almost hit him like with his hip.
Oh,
it
he's
looked
down.
like. And he gets up on his feet
Let me try that one more time.
and is into the back of Kaminga. Almost hit him like with his hip. It looked
Oh,
like.
he shot!
And he gets up on his feet. And as he catches his breath,
What
we
a
will as well.
bus.
And we'll step aside.
He said the guy gave him an elbow. Bullshit, you ran into him.
Ran right into the back of Kaminga.
He did.
He's like,
Watch
oh,
the replay.
he elbowed me.
And
Bullshit,
crazy.
you ran
the
into
athletic
him.
training staff out there watch the
What
replay
a
and looking
puss.
at his abdomen. It looks like as we watch
He
the
ran into
replay.
the guy, and he
and the
said he
collision.
elbowed me.
Ran right into the back of Kaminga.
Ran right, even the announcer.
Yeah.
There's no
Hit him
elbow.
like with his. Watch
He's
the
crazy.
replay.
What a
They
freaking
just, and they just
bitch.
left him there.
God,
they
he's
just
a
left him there.
bitch. Yeah, right. His teammates are
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh, he's
yeah.
flopping.
They all went to the other
Yeah,
side. and
they're like, oh,
he's
just
laying.
flopping again.
Yeah,
He's
whatever.
okay.
It's just LeBron being LeBron.
Yeah, he flops. Oh, he's just
Yeah.
flopping. He's trying to get the call.
So
What a
funny.
freaking moron.
He is. He is. Oh God. That's funny.
Anyway, gunshot.
Well, your show is practically. The game is about to start. I'm probably gonna dip out here.
Really? You
Yeah.
gonna get out of here?
I gotta get me some snacks. It's time.
Gotta get snacks, Elizabeth.
Gotta get some snacks. It's time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, you want to bail out?
Yeah.
Thanks for
let's
showing up.
call it.
Yeah.
I'm calling Houston. I'm calling
I
Houston.
say Florida.
Okay.
I would love to see the coach for Houston get a ring, but I think
He's
Florida. Florida's deep.
I think Houston's going to ride the momentum from Saturday night,
Kelvin
and I
Sampson.
think we'll see. But Florida, I hope it goes down to back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I want it to be
would like to
close.
see a close game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head
All right.
out. Good night, everybody.
Enjoy the
Y'all
game.
enjoy the game.
I hope.
Peace out. Have a great week.
All right.
All that good stuff.
Thanks
Okay.
for showing up, Liz.
I can't figure out what's going on here.
With what?
Kick me out because I
Okay.
can't.
All right, you're
Yeah.
gone.
Run
Bye-bye.
me from the show.
Go home to mommy.
There you go. I booted her. She got ran. Just like on Stucknut. There's Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, you. It's so good to see you again.
Yeah, Houston. I mean, hey, I wouldn't surprise me, but here's the interesting thing. I forgot to talk about this with Liz. So I joined 2 brackets. And usually I don't, if I do 2, I have the same bracket. People that fill out multiple brackets with different teams and whatever are little bitches. But this year I was a little bitch. So I joined Liz's group and I picked Houston for hers as the winner. But then I joined Ryan's group and I picked Florida. So I actually picked both of the things. So I'm not going to win either bracket because I'm too far down. But I did pick the 2 teams to play. So I'm going to get the winner because I filled out 2 different brackets like a little bitch. Yes, I did it. But I had there were too many chalky teams winning. I did not have 4 number 1s winning. I think I only had 1 number 1 in each bracket, in each different set of brackets. Here's the headlines. So I don't know that I'm gonna have time to get to a story, but listen to these headlines. You're using nasal sprays wrong. The 2 major mistakes many people make. I'm not reading it. Here's another headline. I gaslit myself into losing 40 pounds. My mind trick method is obesity doctor approved. She gaslit herself into losing 40 pounds. By the way, I weighed in this morning. I'm down 8 pounds. Yay. Yay for me. No one cares. Hey, if you follow the show regularly, you understand that I was what's the word I'm looking for? I was at risk for ripping my work pants out. There were a couple of days where I went over to grab something off the ground and I could feel the threads just going, ah! And I was waiting for my seat to rip out. So I decided to lose weight, and I have lost 8 pounds in 3 weeks. So I am down 8 pounds. I'm back under 190. You shouldn't be 5'6" and 196 pounds. So I'm at 188. So my pants, they're not as, I was expecting if I lost 8 pounds that they would be, they are still a little tight, but I'm not like having to pull the button across. Now they're easier to button up, and I don't think I'm going to rip them out, but I thought I would. I've lost it in my face is where I lost it first. Anyway, nobody cares. I get it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm back on Weight Watchers. That's my diet. So it works. When I'm on it, I lose weight. When I'm not on it, I get, what? I'm in the wrong screen.
Fat.
When I'm on Weight Watchers, I get nice and skinny. When I go off of Weight Watchers, I get
fat.
What other, here's another headline. I'm a virgin bride who can't have sex due to a rare medical condition I discovered on my wedding night. Oh, we're saving that for later. Not tonight. These are my weird news, the sources I go to. London woman named after popular U.S. city claims people think it's a fake name. Nobody cares. I am not saving that. 1 in 50 men, 1 in 50. So this has got to be something really outrageous if only 1 in 50 men believe it. 1 in 50 men believe they can outrun a champion racehorse. New survey reveals. They're morons.
This guy is fucking stupid.
All the one out of 50 that thinks he can outrun a champion racehorse.
This guy is fucking stupid.
That is pretty insane. I don't care if you're Usain Bolt. You're not outrunning a racehorse, and they've done those things where they give the human a head start. You're not outrunning. That's funny. People are so stupid. Yeah, 1 in 50 men also believe they have a 3-foot long penis. We exaggerate our abilities all the time. British church opens its doors to pro wrestling to attract converts. I have the world's longest tongue. What I can do with it makes people scream in shock and horror. Oh, I'm saving that. All right, that's saved. I want to see the video of that. What can they do with their longest tongue? I have a pretty long tongue. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty long. My grandfather, who I inherited my long tongue from, could touch the tip of his nose with his tongue. And us grandkids thought that was the coolest fucking thing we've ever seen. I cannot do that. I have tried. I'm not even close. I'm like a half inch away. He used to do it, and that was like the craziest shit. Anyway, there you go. There you go. The shit you see on this show.
Excellent.
I want to see this gaslit thing. I want to know what she gaslit herself into losing 40 pounds. That's weird. Okay. Didn't Ocho try to run? I think several athletes have tried to do that. Why is this turning off? Oh, it's out of power. Uh-oh. It's out of power. Uh-oh. Both tablets ran out of power today. Because, there we go. Whatever. Got 4 minutes left. Ocho Cinco. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to say before we're done? Tomorrow, the water hole without Ryan, but with Horse. When's the last time, you know what? I haven't checked. When's the last time Ryan was on the water hole doing his job? It's got to be 3 months. 3 months. It feels like 3 months. It's got to be at least 3 weeks. In fact, while we're killing time, you guys have probably left to watch the game, and I don't blame you. It's going to be much more interesting than this. Let me go look at the water holes and look at them all and see the last time he shows up on the screen. Let's see. Where? Now, he was audio only. I'm not going to count that. He needs to be on the camera. Last time he was on the show 1 month ago, little bitch. 1 month ago. What date was that? Hold on. What date was that? Can I get a date? Can I get a date? Hey, baby, can I get a date? Does it say? It just says 1 month ago. Why can't? Oh, here's timestamp. February 25th, 2025. You're a little bitch, Ryan. Get on the show and do your fucking job. Little biatch. And yes, you can tell him I said that. Bullshit. I'm giving him a hard time. He actually has reasons for not being on the show. I do hope. I mean, well, let me say this. He's got a lot of Kings responsibilities. They're going to be in the playing game. They're not going to go very far. He will be back within, let's see, the regular season is probably going to be over in about another week. There's 4 or 5 games left. Maybe a week and a half. Then they got the playing games. They're not winning 2. The Kings would have to win 2 playing games to get the first round. I would imagine he's going to be back in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But yeah, so he better get his, or I'm going to fire his ass. Okay. I love this drop. I'm not going to lie.
Elizabeth!
That is like the best fucking drop in the world. Where Bacon found that. That is fucking amazing. Real quick, let's see. I want to see what the Kings are even doing tonight. And oh wow. Kings 92, Pistons 94 in Detroit with 46 seconds left in the third. That's a pretty high scoring game for those teams. All right. Everybody, I will be back tomorrow. The Water Hole with Haunted Horse. And I'll have news stories unless someone wants to join and we chop it up and we just kill time. Once again, Tiffany Blossom did pass away, and I did the little tribute or whatever 15 minutes into the show tonight, if you want to go back and watch that. But that was shocking to hear, and so she will be missed. She was a great fan of the shows I do and the other clones do, so she will be missed, and thoughts and prayers go out to her family. And yeah. So I can't imagine someone passing away that young. The family's got to be devastated. So, and the family's the one we got the news from. So her aunt reached out to Clone Nation to say that. So thinking about you. Thanks for being a super fan of this, friend of the show. And so anyway, we will be back tomorrow on the Water Hole with Haunted Horse. See y'all then. Take it easy. Hey, give everyone in your life tonight that you come across, give them an extra big hug. I will give the wife an extra big hug because we never know that we are all on limited time. I'm going to give my wife an extra big double clench hug and kiss on the lips. See y'all later. Take care. Bye.